He is Brendan Explores, a content creator who travels solo aboard his van through the deepest corners of the United Kingdom, searching for wild camping spots and secret parking areas far from civilization. On this occasion, after an exhausting day of hiking, Brendan and his friend Steve decided to park their vehicles on a remote hill in the Peak District National Park. The sunset gifted them with spectacular views, but the night had a disturbing experience in store for them.
Best night's sleep last night, unfortunately. There was boy racers coming into this spot. We had motorhomes coming and going. I think the latest one that pulled in was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I think parking at a busy spot has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages being is that you have safety in numbers, but disadvantages is that you don't really get the best night's sleep because you've got comings and goings through most of the night, really. But I'm going to be getting up now, waiting for the sun to rise, and then we'll be setting off sometime shortly to go and see the B-52 bomber crash.
Friendly and settled into their respective vans, exhaustion began to overtake them. However, just as they were about to fall asleep, a strange feeling made Brendan open his eyes. There was something in the air that simply didn't fit.
Someone was just outside the van. Oh. You alright, mate?
Yeah. And there's a car. Did you have it as well?
Yeah.
Like a.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at here, mate. There's a car pissing about up there. It must have been. They were by the van. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's the one.
Hang on.
Worrying me a little bit.
Yeah.
Looking out the window toward the top of the hill, a chill ran down their spines. An unknown vehicle sat motionless in the gloom, its headlights turned on, pointing like searchlights directly at where they were sleeping. It had been up there in absolute silence for so long that they didn't even notice the exact moment it arrived. It didn't move forward, it didn't turn around, it merely watched them from the heights.
Honestly, when I heard that car go past, what were they doing?
I don't know, but we've got somebody up there who's got a big spotlight on. he's our problem, because he's just driving backwards and forwards. If you look, he's definitely got a light on there. He's sitting up there. Is there something up there?
That scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I just banged my roof, I did then.
Jesus. So what are they playing at up there then?
Is that light up there?
It's just stalking us.
It's if it's sitting up there with the headlights on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Are you?
Yeah, like whether it's a vehicle or not. Well, it's definitely a vehicle because I heard it.
The two vehicles passed slowly below them without stopping.
It was a little, like Ford Connect van.
Well, why is he just stood there or sat there like stalking?
If you if you stand here, right, you can just see one line. If I move to it looks like there's two.
Honestly, that noise.
Here he is.
That Land Rover.
Yeah. Right.
They're playing music as well.
Okay, they saw me. I saw them. See you now. What I will say is we're here, right?
Yeah.
Look at the distance between the farm, right? That's a fair way, that is.
Yeah.
And it's round a bend as well, so we're looking at it from here. The light's gone off. Right.
So what would that light have been then?
That would have been a vehicle, mate. I've got to be honest, like, because that farm's quite a way away. Now, we've had another vehicle. Look, mate, look at the time, what time it is, right? You're not going to just get anybody coming down here, are you?
Determined not to be left in doubt and to assess the severity of the threat, the guys launched a drone to inspect the area from the air. What the thermal camera revealed left them frozen. At the top of the hill, there was a lit campfire. Someone was camping in absolute darkness. on a path where no one would have any logical reason to be at those hours of the early morning.
Another option of doing this, Brendan, is the drone.
Apologies if you guys can't really see much because of how dark it is, but there's definitely something or someone at the brow of that hill. Look with your naked eye at the top of that hill.
Yeah. See, it's picking up something.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, it's a fire. Look at the heat off. Look at the glow off it.
What the hell are they doing setting fires at this time of night?
It's quite a big fire, that was, because it showed up, didn't it?
Car's gone past twice.
Yeah. So we have 2 vehicles.
Yeah.
Go past.
What did you say? One was a van?
One was a van, definitely a little van.
Yeah.
And the other was
Land Rover.
Yeah, that Land Rover.
So conclusion in a nutshell is that we're going to carry on staying here. We're going to kind of disregard that a little bit. At least we know what the initial sound was that sounded, well, quite honestly, horrific in the middle of the night. But as Steve said, it would have been a lot better if whoever that was, whether it be farmer or friend or foe, whatever it was, at least if they'd have stopped and just said something, because we were outside the vehicles. Yeah. It might have just given us a bit more of an inkling of what their intention was, but...
The paranoia escalated when, looking up from their screens, they discovered that the lights on the hill had suddenly gone out. Whoever was up there watching them anonymously turned off their headlights right after realizing the 2 friends were present. A cold and calculated maneuver that made it clear these were no simple tourists, but someone who did not want to be discovered. He is Jasko, a content creator focused on extreme camping and paranormal investigations in the densest forests of the northeastern United States. On this occasion, Jasko and his partner Chris decided to venture with their van into a mysterious sector that locals baptized with a chilling name, Death Hollow. The site carries a dark history linked to forbidden rituals, unsolved crimes, and strange disappearities dating back more than a century. In fact, in the town, the employees of a local pizzeria directly warned them that they were crazy if they set foot in there. Obviously, they ignored the warning.
Ladies and gentlemen, the video that you're about to watch might be our scariest, our craziest camping trip yet. So we brought out the camper van and we're out in this forest that locals call Death Hollow. And once you hear the folklore stories surrounding this place, you'll understand why they call it that. It's a pretty damn horrifying location. I've already been here a couple of nights ago with my friend Ben. The first time I came here was actually on Friday the 13th, this most recent one. And it was so disturbing, so horrifying that we had to leave by 11 p.m. That is a record of how early we left a haunted location or just a forest in general. I begged my friend Chris, who's holding the camera right now, to come back with me for a second chance because I wanted to really try and stay here the night. We brought the camper. We figured we're going to try to give it our best go.
They had been driving through the gloom of the forest for barely 10 minutes when Chris stopped dead in his tracks upon noticing something disturbing on the side of the road, a tombstone half hidden in the dirt. The stone still bore the engraved name of a person who passed away just a few years ago. What curdled their blood was not the discovery itself, but that the spirit box they were running had already repeated that exact same name on 2 occasions before they stumbled upon the grave. Neither of them knew of its existence.
What stops them cold is that the spirit box had already produced that exact name twice before they ever found it. Neither of them had any idea it was there.
Whatever. Wrong. Okay. I tried.
Yo. Brother.
You see something?
Deceased.
It just said deceased.
Huh. I mean, I don't know if this is what it looks like, kind of.
What a minute. Oh, it says something right there. Hold on. Peace.
I have not.
There's no fucking way.
Wait.
No.
Hold on, I'm pausing this. Ben? Is this someone's grave? Wait. Why?
Hold on.
We're on like a trail, bro.
No, there's no way. No, we're like you said. There's no way.
Ben?
Maybe it's like a marker.
Ben, come closer.
Dude, it might be like a.
Ben, come closer. May 6th to February 24th, 1988 to 2021.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why is this in the ground though?
Okay. It could be like maybe someone died here
Okay.
in this trail, and this is like a marker.
Could be. Could be.
And then maybe, I don't know, the makeshift cross someone put there as like a.
Dude, I'm sorry. My heart rate's like, or my heart's pounding out of my chest right now.
No, there's no way.
Okay, we were just talking about the cemetery. There's no way I think anyone is buried here, obviously. This is a trail,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Unless something bad happened on this trail. But maybe they're buried in the cemetery. Is there a name? Hold on. Is this just another rock? Okay.
I was gonna say I thought it was a piece maybe of it.
Oh no, this is a big thing. There's flowers on here. Oh, bro, there's a name.
Yo,
Ben, there's a name.
what is it?
I can't see it. Hold on.
What is that?
What? Ben?
What?
There's a heart. Hold
What's
on.
the name?
My fingers are. Oh. It says Lauren. And then in parentheses it says Lily. And then the last name starts with an H, but I can't see. Yeah, the rest is like faded.
All right. Well, there's something. Either an animal or something.
Lily, are you here with us? Wait. Bro. Look at that though. It's not disrespectful if we're just trying to, no?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, girl.
that cease, girl. Okay.
Wait. Okay, so 1988 to 2021, bro, that's so fucking recent.
really
I
bad.
can't math right now.
I don't understand.
It's me neither, honestly, at this point. 12 plus 21 is 33. 33. Carve. The name is carved into that.
It is, yes. And it's way too much to.
Overdose.
Ben, what's behind you? What is behind you right now? That sounds like something just stepped right behind you.
I felt that, man.
Oh my God.
Okay, now we're just jumping in.
Yeah, I'm jumping in my own shadow right now.
Okay.
It's literally what I'm known for.
Maybe.
Stop them.
Did it say stop that?
Stop them.
Correct.
Holy shit. Okay.
Now sheltered inside the van, they began to read aloud the gloomy legends surrounding this forest when the atmosphere turned heavy. Something out there seemed to be reacting to their words, and suddenly, a dull, violent thud shook the roof of the vehicle. They froze. Seconds later, the impact repeated with greater force, this time directly against one of the windows. Panic took over as they could find no logical explanation for what was attacking the van from the outside.
The luring dolls. In the heart of Death Hollow, abandoned toys and dolls can be found scattered amongst the underbrush. According to the... Okay, maybe I didn't like this story.
What the hell was that?
Ben? I don't know if be that guy, but it literally sounds like someone's like walking on top of the van. There's no
the
way.
door's locked.
They are now. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Should we?
No, okay, we did it. We're open. We're on. Or out.
Hello?
Oh shit.
Bro, it sounded like somebody just hit this, like right here.
No, yeah, I heard it.
Trying to see if there's any signs of footsteps or anything, footprints, sorry.
Determined to inspect the surroundings, they moved deeper among the trees and stumbled upon a bizarre scene. Items of clothing hanging from dry branches and, a bit further ahead, a backpack discarded on the ground. Upon checking inside, they discovered a series of old family photographs, with no names or notes to explain their origin. While Jasko held the portraits of those strangers under the beam of his flashlight trying to process the situation, piercing screams began to echo in the distance.
See? Wait,
It is denim.
it is denim, right?
That's the most squarely folded pair of pants I've ever seen.
Photos.
I
Hell no.
think we need to get going.
Bro. Photos. Oh, what the hell? Look in there. What is that?
I don't know. All here's the dogs that are coming after us.
Oh my god.
What do you think that goes to, bro? Is this something we can take to the Vam's house?
Yeah, I'm not. Oh. Chris?
We should probably go into those dogs are not far.
Chris, I don't know if I can show this on YouTube.
Well, don't tell me.
I'll show you these.
What the hell?
Look at that. I'm gonna blur this next page. This is a little personal.
Oh my god, dude.
Guys, we are deep in the forest. We heard screams. We heard the strangest noises. There's clothes hanging from the branches of a fallen tree, and we find pictures of a family. So when you put all that together, wait. Maybe there's a date on the back of the photos?
Might be.
Oh! Bro?
You don't.
I'm gonna just show this to you off screen.
Oh my, dude. That is insane.
Hold on. Bro, I'm sick to my stomach right now. There's no date on these photos. Look at this one, for example. Nothing on the back.
Nothing.
Listen, I'm gonna...
It's gotta be old.
Oh, fuck, I think... What else is in this bag? Those coyotes are getting close, aren't they?
Yes. I don't know, bring it if you want. We can always throw out the
Do I
window or
want
something.
to? You know what, maybe, bro, we could
You don't
figure...
want to litter in the forest, right? If you find trash, take it out. Or is that supposed to be left here for a reason?
I don't know. I don't know. So, something... We could call this in, if anything, and we could just leave it in their hands. Be like,
Well,
hey,
let's go
listen.
through it all and make sure first.
Right now?
In the van.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with the coyotes out here.
I don't either.
Unless you want to stay and see what they got to say.
I don't think it's anything nice. Do you just want to see the tombstone quick? It's right here.
If it's not far, dude, I'm not trying to get eaten alive tonight. The dogs are literally coming out.
Probationers.
Probationers? What does that even mean? It had to have been like right here somewhere. If this is one of those instances where it's... No, that's right there. Okay, bro, this is really strange.
I don't know if I want to walk this far right now.
It's right there. But you're right. After this, I promise you we'll go home. Or not go home, but to a campsite. I just really want your opinion on this.
The spirit.
At that moment, the spirit box emitted a clear and sharp message, "Get away." The horror escalated when, following the trail of the sound, the guys located a small group of abandoned graves while the device wouldn't stop throwing out disjointed and disturbing words. The accumulation of strange events forced them to break ranks and run back to take refuge in the truck.
Oh my god.
Look.
Smell.
May 6th to February 21st. Bro,
Yeah.
1988,
Let's walk away. Let's listen to it.
2021.
Right?
Let's get the fuck out of
That's
here.
fucking weird.
Okay,
What is that?
I will keep. Just cut this way, cut this way. I don't even want to fucking... Dude, I don't know, should we bring this with us? Like what?
I want to see those pictures. I want to actually look at them and see what, like, if there's anything there.
Okay.
You don't have to. But...
No, you're 100% right.
Oh, shit.
Dude, the keys, like what could...
What could that go to?
Finally, when exhaustion seemed to be catching up to them and they were preparing to sleep, a rustling sound put them on high alert. Someone or something was manipulating the door handle, trying to sneak in from the outside. Peeking cautiously through the glass, Jasko managed to make out the silhouette of a completely dark, humanoid figure standing motionless next to the vehicle.
Did you hear that?
Is that what I think it was? Someone trying to get in the van right now?
What the f?
Fucking get out of here, bro.
What the f? What the f? What the f? No. Yo, let's get the f out of here.
Let's start driving. I don't even care. Please. We must go.
I gotta move all this. Yo, what was that?
Who's that?
Yo, I just seen something out there.
There was no time to think. In a matter of seconds, the guy started the engine and hit the gas to escape Death Hollow in the middle of the blackness, leaving the horror behind. But that is the harsh reality of spending the night on cursed grounds. You never know what kind of entities inhabit the shadows, waiting for the lights to go out completely.
My heart is like beating out of my fucking chest. Bro, I'm telling you, I seen something when I looked out the window. It was like a full-on shadow figure, bro. Hold, can I see this for a second?
There's gotta be something out there.
I'm telling you, dude, it is so scary out here. Like, this is all you see for miles and miles. Can you grab this for... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize how you're sitting. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that?
No, I'm sitting backwards. How the fuck am I supposed to see it?
Bro, there was... Hold on. There, that reflector right there, no, that's a reflector. Something just passed in front of it, walked in front of it, on God, on 2 feet.
You know what? I think I like seeing right this way. I'm just gonna look out the back window. Oh, light. There's a light back there.
What?
Fucking light back there.
Behind us?
Yeah, look in your mirror. Oh. Where did it go?
Wait.
Wait, what the fuck? That was so weird. It looked like someone was like going towards us, like following us. And now it's gone.
Do you mind holding this for a sec? Okay. Listen, guys. I'm sorry that it's gonna end like this. I can't take this anymore. People can say whatever they want. I don't care. We tried our best. My second time.
What?
I'm just gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys next time. I literally, before I even fucking, I'm gonna lose my mind, Chris. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh.
What?
I don't know what that was.
I'm getting out of here. I don't care. I don't fucking.
Behind the Channel Dub Ventures are Tom and Brooke, a couple who has spent half a decade traveling the roads of the United Kingdom and Europe aboard their van. In 5 years of journeying, they had never faced real danger, until one fateful night, while traveling along the Northeast 250 route in Scotland, they lived through an experience they barely survived to tell. In fact, the trauma was such that they initially edited the video to hide what happened, but they finally decided that the truth was too important to be left to oblivion.
look at the fantastic view that we've woke up to. Now we're on the North East 250 route in Scotland, and we've only been doing it for 3 days. And how are you enjoying it?
Love it.
It's amazing.
Definitely going to have to do it again.
Now we stayed here last night, and we've decided we're going to stay another night here, and we're going to go into town, aren't we? We feel that the right thing to do is be honest with you guys. Whilst we're asleep, we actually got attacked while we was in the van.
2 in the morning.
Both were fast asleep when the tranquility of the early morning was shattered into 1,000 pieces. Brooke began to scream in terror, and, in the blink of an eye, Tom was already on his feet, trying to process the chaos in the middle of the gloom. A group of hostile individuals surrounded the vehicle. They knew perfectly well there were people inside and were trying to force the entrances through violent blows and screams to force them out. Far from freezing out of fear, Tom grabbed a defensive object, flung the door open, and confronted them completely alone. What occurred in those 10 seconds was so sudden that it made the entire gang turn around and flee in terror at 2 in the morning.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, someone was making some noise, and, you know, we moved on. Now, we've not really strictly told you the truth here, and me and Brooke have been talking, and, you know, we've decided, because, like I said, we're proud of our channel and we're never fake, you know, we always want to show you and tell you as it is. We've decided that we're going to tell you the truth. Now, the truth is, at 2 o'clock in the morning, whilst we were asleep, we actually got attacked while we was in the van. Now, I'm normally sort of like, when I'm asleep, you know, any little noise I wake up, but...
And I'm dead to the world. But it was the opposite way around this time.
Yeah, I was like in a deep sleep, and then the next thing I heard Brooke screaming, and then as I woke up, I could hear... Now, I'm not going to go into details, but one thing that I will say is, these people were trying to get in the van. They knew there was someone in the van, and they was being very aggressive, and the things that they were saying for us to get out the van. Like I said, I'm not going to go into details. Now, my immediate reaction was to jump up, but as I did that, I went to like grab like what was near me and everything, and I broke the TV whilst I was doing that. Now, I jumped up, and very quickly I was aware of what was happening. Now, I'm not going to go into, like I said, too many details, but one thing I will say is I'm actually professionally trained in conflict management, and I got something from the van, I opened the door, I got out, and like very quickly this group of people realised that it was a mistake to continue what they was doing, and they ran off basically. Like I said, there's a bit more to it, but we're not going to go into details.
A woman who was camping in a nearby motorhome witnessed the altercation and approached them, trembling from the cold and horror. After alerting the authorities, the couple ran into a major crossroads: call an end to the trip and go back home, or keep moving forward. Tom did not hesitate for a single second. He was not going to allow criminals to ruin his plans. That very night, they drove a few miles further, parked in a safe rest area, and decided to continue with their vacation, proving that their resilience was much stronger than any threat. Are you enjoying the video? If so, take advantage of this pause to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you can keep enjoying more terrifying videos like this one. Now, let's continue with the next footage.
When we got back in the van, obviously we needed to calm down a little bit. There was actually a camper van that was next to us, and you know, there was just like a lady
and her grandson.
Yeah, and they heard like everything that was going on, and they obviously got out like what's going on, and you know, explained everything. So they was like a bit worried. So we made a decision. We rang the police, not thinking that the police are going to come and they're going to like go and fine or anything. It's just they had to be made aware, didn't they? So we did the right thing. We rang the police, and they said they'll send a patrol out to look in the area and everything, and all that. So you know, so we did sort of like report it.
Tom said there's 3 choices. 1, we go home. 2, we stay where we are. Or 3, we move on. Now, I'm pretty sure I shocked Tom because...
I thought Brooke was going to say, I want to go home. It's simple as that.
But I thought just because some idiots have tried to ruin our holiday and tried to get into the van is not making me want to go home. I want to continue my holiday.
So we made the decision just to move on, and we drove.
I didn't feel comfortable staying in that spot anymore.
Yeah, we drove a bit further on, and we parked in a lay-by. 5 years of van life, we have never experienced anything like this.
No, and the people we've met, we've never heard of anybody
You know,
else
we've spoke to some people about this, and like we don't know anybody that, and we know a lot of people in the van life community. And you know what? Nobody has like ever told us that they've had an experience like this.
Behind the YouTube channel Travel Tales are Chris and Charlene, a couple originally from Malta who has spent 5 years traveling Europe full-time aboard their motorhome, accompanied by their faithful dog Holly. On this occasion, they located a perfect camping spot at the top of a hill equipped with a small fire pit, ideal for enjoying a peaceful evening. At the time of their arrival, the surroundings looked completely harmless and normal.
When they arrived,
So last week we couldn't find a park up with a fire pit. They were all out of order. Maybe they don't maintain them in winter. But I found one and we're going there right now. It looks really beautiful because it's in the forest. So I'm so looking forward to get there and light up some fire.
The couple was already falling asleep when Holly went on high alert, detecting the danger before anyone else. Immediately, a barrage of violent thuds began to echo on the hood and the sides of the vehicle, making it clear that this was an attack coordinated by several people. Chris and Charlene woke up startled and completely disoriented in the darkness, trapped in the anguish of not knowing who surrounded their home or what their true intentions were.
We're back on the road because we couldn't sleep where we were. Basically, there were a lot of people outside our van and we didn't feel safe there, so we had to leave. We were asleep and we heard a lot of noise coming from outside. We think that there were people having a laugh, you know, and a chat, but it turned out to be a nightmare for us. We're very tired right now. What the hell are those?
I don't know where I'm going, I don't know, it's not over.
Sorry, but we're in a complete shock right now.
their first
Although the first impulse of adrenaline was to open the door and go out to confront the aggressors, prudence won the day. Instead of risking their lives, they started the engine and escaped in a hurry from that hell, with their eyes glued to the rearview mirrors and their hearts in their throats, deeply shaken by the aggression.
Than anything really, just basically these guys, I thought they were just having fun because I could hear like music in a car, but there were some like a few meters away at least, and then I heard like voices outside the van, so they came up to the van and started hitting. I'm sure I heard one like on the bonnet.
Yes, and me and Holly were...
Yeah, Holly started barking.
Yeah, we were in a complete shock. Even
Yeah,
now,
sweet.
we're still a bit... We've been driving for like 15 minutes. We're so scared that they were going to follow us. That's what I thought, to be
No,
honest.
I don't think so. They went back in the car. They went back in the car. First they were banging on the van at the front, and that's what kind of woke me up, and then I think there were more than one. Some were banging on the side as well.
Yeah, but the ones on the side were really loud.
Yeah.
That me and Holly jumped.
Well, at first I thought it was someone like trying to get into the van, but they're just kids, I think, because I think when we turned on the lights, they just ran into the car again. I don't know, but we're not going back there, that's for sure.
The next morning, now in a safe place, they sat down to try to process the disturbing experience. The site looked like the typical quiet viewpoint on a hill, without a single sign warning that spending the night there would end in an absolute nightmare. And that was precisely what left them most uneasy, the fact that the danger appeared out of nowhere, without any kind of prior warning.
Hey, good morning. So we're at a new parking spot today. I'm making a cup of tea. And we're trying to understand what really happened last night and accept it, basically. Here it was quiet, though, when we came. It's a normal park up. And this morning we woke up a bit earlier than usual. I think because we were a bit stressed as well. But we're safe and we're okay now. So sometimes you hear things on the internet that some people are being robbed or something happened with their van, and it's very frustrating because when there are people outside your van, you know, you get that feeling of being scared. You don't know who they are, you don't know what they're doing, you don't know in what state they are in. So we were a bit worried yesterday. That's why we left that parking space.
Yeah, I think we did the good thing. We just left right away. Like at first I was gonna try and go outside and see, like that's the first instinct. Like when you hear someone like hitting your van and like it's on purpose, you want to go out and like,
Yeah.
I don't know do what really, because there were a few of them. So I think we did the right thing. We just left. As soon as they started like banging on the van, we definitely had to leave. And to be honest, like this is kind of a good reminder for us. Luckily, there's no real damage. Like we managed to woke up in a bit of a shock, but we managed to get out there okay. I just checked the van. There's no like damage at all. So again, I guess they were just like banging on it to wake us up or to show off. But yeah, it's kind of a wake up call, because even like in Germany, sometimes like one of the days I forgot to lock the front door just because like we felt so safe. So I think this is kind of a reminder that we kind of have to take extra precaution in like when we're in places that we're not.
He is Chris Baird, an explorer who challenges the limits of fear by documenting extreme camping and ghost hunts in the most cursed corners of the planet. On this occasion, Chris and his partner Jazz decided to venture with their van into the depths of a dense forest in New York State, a territory baptized by locals as the demonic forest. The site carries a gloomy history of dark rituals, strange disappearances, and unsolved crimes spanning over a century. Although the guys had researched the grim past of the place before entering, no amount of reading could prepare them for what was coming.
We're in a new area of a forest called the Demon Forest. Now, the reason they call it that is exactly what you would think. Demonic, satanic rituals, people going missing, serial killers. There's a lot of crazy stories. There are many, many deaths reported in this forest. One of the craziest places we've ever been. We've been here for about 6 hours now. We're actually getting ready to go to bed. We had to pick a new campsite because of what we just experienced in this forest. This is terrifying. The footage you guys are about to watch is going to be scary. Please, if you guys can't handle it, watch with a friend, leave the lights on. I do not recommend watching this video with the lights off. It might scare you too much.
They had barely just stepped out of the vehicle, and an apparent calm reigned in the environment. However, while the spirit box was operating in absolute silence, the device suddenly emitted a proper name, breaking the usual burst of static.
We were gone for so long on the trip in Indiana and Ohio. What?
Deception.
Deception.
Okay.
Okay.
What was that though? Hello?
No. Hello?
Anybody out there?
It wasn't just any random word. It was the exact name of a man who was the subject of a real disappearance in that very area during the 1980s, and whose trail was lost forever. Before Chris could process the chilling coincidence, the rustling of sharp footsteps echoed just inches away from them in the gloom, forcing Jazz to swing the flashlight around with his heart in his throat.
I've been hearing some weird stuff.
Brian.
What the That was like a footstep, like...
Bro.
I just told you too, I was like, I love filming when it's fall time because you can hear, it's like if something approached us, and that literally sounded
Look,
like...
right there. The name Brian is the name from a story I found. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Okay, so just give me a rundown. Like, what happened to Brian?
So Brian was essentially, the person who told the story was a viewer of ours, a fan. Their uncle Brian went missing in the 1980s.
Oh, fuck.
One missing was never found. I believe they were involved in some like gang type motorcycle activities.
Film this then? I don't want to like, if it's a subject.
Where we are, it's a big area. We're probably not even near where this all happened.
It's a common name.
No, it's a common name, but it's just very weird that the timing of that. What?
I swear to God, I thought I just saw something over here.
What?
I didn't want to die here.
Shut the f*** up.
Mm.
Shut the f*** up. Okay, this is getting weird. This is so weird, dude.
With paranoia running high, they began their retreat toward the base camp, but a violent impact coming from the direction of their van stopped them dead in their tracks. Despite freezing and scanning the blackness, the beams of light revealed no soul in the surroundings.
All right,
Hello? Bro, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that. You see me, you hear me. This is crazy.
Find my grave.
Find my grave.
Brian.
Where is your grave?
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable right now, dude.
Oh! What was that?
The van! The van!
No way, there's no way. Get the fuck out of here. Who's out here?
The true terror began upon noticing that the door of the vehicle was wide open. They slipped inside and locked the bolts immediately, just as the spirit box threw out an unsettling 3-word phrase that left them frozen: "You'll hear children." Seconds later, Chris's eyes locked onto his backpack. He had left it perfectly zipped before going out, but now it sat completely open, and the flashlight he kept inside was resting outside, on the front part. The van had been locked upon entering the forest and, theoretically, there was no one else for miles around.
Here.
Take your phone.
Was the wind?
Yeah, okay.
It's not even closed all the way.
You will hear children.
You'll hear children? Bro, look at my bag. Look at my bag.
What's wrong with it?
It was zipped up and closed when we left. You can check the footage. There's no shot, dude.
You told me to grab your flashlight from here.
Was it like that?
No, your
Did it
flashlight
like
was in
that?
the front. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, you can check the footage back. I don't. Well, at least it didn't take your muffin.
Oh, dude. I need that.
No, but seriously, what the fuck's going on?
I don't know. Are your stuff still here? Like, actually.
Get in here because I really don't want to be here enough.
I don't either. Lock the door. Close the door.
After several hours of anxious waiting, the forest seemed to regain its calm and the guys were finally preparing to rest. However, just before falling asleep and without the slightest hint of danger, the entire van shook with immense violence, as if an invisible force had rammed it from the outside, forcing them to their feet in the blink of an eye.
Chris.
What?
What the fuck is that? The whole van's shaking.
Hello?
What the fuck? Literally, the whole van was shaking.
I felt it a little bit. Sorry, I was so fucking tired. Somebody outside. I don't see anything out there.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
It was on the window. In the front.
I just heard a whistle. Hello? Just gotta look. I guess at the front, I don't see anything out there. Gotta come look.
Yeah.
Then the
As if that weren't enough, the flashlight they had left turned on suddenly went out on its own, without anyone touching it. A chain of inexplicable events manifesting in a matter of seconds in the absolute solitude of the night.
Wait, what the fuck?
What happened?
My light just died.
Wait, what?
My light just shut off.
Hold on.
Bro, no one touched it. My camera's fucking. My light just fucking
There's gotta be a flashlight here somewhere.
died. Yeah.
It did. It died. Holy shit.
Is anything out there?
The footage cuts off abruptly, leaving us in the dark about the final outcome of that early morning. However, the simple fact that the guys managed to upload the material to their channel confirms that, Despite the horror, they made it out of that hell alive. Although, of course, it is a certainty that they will never want to set foot in the demonic forest again. Romany Pirates is a YouTube channel run by Emma and Ree, a married couple who has accumulated 13 years traveling the United Kingdom and Europe full-time aboard a van designed by themselves, accompanied by their dog Daisy. After an exhausting day on the road, they decided to park on a completely unfamiliar piece of land to get some rest early. In their minds, the site met all the requirements to be the perfect shelter, but fate would prove them wrong.
You join us on the way to the boat. We've just been up, picked some more supplies up, so that's been another 40 quid. So we've decided that we're going to sack it all off. We're going to take off for the night and we're just going to go and get away into nature. Reese needs to go wild swimming despite the fact that it's absolutely siling it down out here. He wants to go in more water. So we're going to take off and just let's see where we end up. Let's just go for an adventure.
Silence had taken over the vehicle. The couple was resting peacefully and Daisy remained calm in her corner. However, in the midst of the apparent calm and without the slightest hint of danger, a brutal impact shook the side of the van with enough force to make them wake up startled, their hearts racing at 1,000 miles an hour. The initial confusion gave way to indignation when they heard mocking laughter drifting outside, followed by the screeching tires of a car speeding away into the blackness of the night. The level of stress inside the cabin was such that little Daisy began to shake uncontrollably from the scare.
Right, so we've driven about, what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, about 30 minutes down the road.
We've found another park.
Just shaking.
Poor Daisy, she's literally shaking.
So they basically, a load of people ran off laughing, and we heard them drive off. Had a look at the van. Can't see any damage to the van, but obviously it's dark, it's night time, it's the middle of the night, so...
It was just like a loud bang, so basically like a really loud bang. It was right next to my head, so I didn't know what it was, so I apologise for my language, but it was just this really loud noise, and then like Reese says, we just heard like a lot of laughing. As soon as we knew it had sort of gone quiet, we've just obviously got straight in van, we've driven off, we've made sure nobody's following us.
Feeling vulnerable, Emma and Ree didn't think twice. They started the engine and left the place immediately. The shock was so deep that about 30 minutes of driving had to pass before either of them regained enough calm to even utter a word.
So, that was last night.
Fun night, wasn't it?
That was eventful, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's can I just say, like, on reflection, it was really frightening, wasn't it? But yeah, what I don't want, because we weren't sure whether to share this, and I said I don't want to put people off, like, van life, or if you're new to this, please don't let this frighten you. We've been doing it like 11 years now.
Yeah, and we've never had any
trouble. Never ever had that, like, you know.
And it can happen. It's like, you know, you can end up in life where sometimes one person does something and you judge everybody else based on that one thing that somebody's done. That is a true reflection
it's the reality,
of how we felt.
Yeah.
You know, at that moment, that is how we felt. We were quite scared. We'd got the camera out in order, because I thought if anything goes wrong, we're filming it. Do you know, and we've got some proof if something happens, so that's why I'd got the camera out. And you know, obviously, like, you know, we share every moment of our lives with you, so, you know, as much as we possibly can. So we were just carrying on. It's like natural to us, you know, to do that. Basically, don't let it put you off, but it was just something that happened, wasn't it? It were, you know, and in reflection, it's just kids. Do you know? So we've had a look. We've had a look at the van in the daylight now in this beautiful park up that we've got. By the way, it's really nice. And what it appears that they've done is they've thrown an egg at the van. So they've obviously, you know, they obviously get people parking up there regularly. Otherwise, I'm presuming they wouldn't have had eggs on it.
With the arrival of dawn and at a safe location, they inspected the exterior to gauge the scale of the aggression suffered in the early morning. Someone had used the vehicle as a target to throw a bunch of eggs. However, the true emotional impact did not come from the material mess, but from the psychological vulnerability, the disturbing thought of having been lying there, completely defenseless and unconscious, unable to decipher what the intentions were outside or if the situation would escalate. At that moment, their beloved home on wheels had never felt so small and insecure. He is Lee, the mastermind behind Abandoned World Explorer, a YouTube channel famous for stepping straight into the lion's den, filming night expeditions in completely isolated areas, forgotten ruins, and places cursed by urban legends. On June 20th, 2021, what started as an innocent game with his friends to complete challenges at random coordinates transformed into his worst nightmare. They never imagined that the algorithm would throw them directly into hostile territory.
Huh? Where is it? What's that, the woods?
Yeah, I don't normally go down that bit.
So that we've got to go across here. Guys, it's 6 minutes. 6 minutes away, it's not even that far. It's 6 minutes away. And yeah, let's go. Mate, how creepy it is up here, bro. It's dark, eh?
It's the woods.
Can't even literally focus, man. The footpath's still showing. Up there, where that? Pin's up there, bro. Oh. I was thinking like saying creepy, bro. Like spooky vibes.
As the clock ticked away, the coordinates led them into the density of a closed forest, a blind spot for civilization where visibility was zero. The atmosphere turned heavy from the very first step, the trail narrowed, devoured by undergrowth, with no sign of where they were heading. Although instinct told them to turn back, adrenaline and the promise of a great find pushed them to keep going. And boy, did they find something.
What's that? Is that a house? Hey boys, it's like a structure. There's like a structure over there, that was there. Yeah, no, it's there. Pin's right there, bro, it's in front. I'm going up there. I don't know. There's someone over there. No, there ain't. There's a fire, bro. No, it says keep up. Someone's living here, bro. There's no one here. There's no one here. Bro, what is that? It's a door. It's a bed. Mate, what is this? Someone's been living here, man. There's a Ouija board.
Maybe we should be here, guys.
There's food, man, and everything. What's all this about?
Yes, man.
There's someone around. There's a fire here, bro. What's that? Oh, what? This is a wind-up, man.
Get out of that.
Is that our love will never die?
Out of nowhere, the group stumbled upon a macabre scene, a makeshift shelter hidden among the vegetation. What was disturbing was not the structure, but the fresh traces of human life. Half-eaten food, abandoned belongings, and, presiding over the scene, an intact Ouija board among the debris. The atmosphere shifted completely. They were no longer exploring a lonely forest. Someone had been there minutes ago, or was watching them at that exact moment.
It's in the trees. No, on the trees, there's all marks. Every tree's got... I think we should go. There's someone down there, man. Quick, go over here, go. Go. There's someone over there, you dickhead. There's someone there. Turn the light off, turn the light off. Shush. Shush. There's someone over there. Someone's there, look. Don't move. Seriously, boys, don't fucking move. Oh shit, see, so I told you someone there. We need to get out, we need to go back that way. Shit, bring the police. We need to ring the bell and we're gonna get out of here. Get down.
That was when the horror took shape. In the background, blending into the shadows, a motionless silhouette was staring fixedly at them. The sighting was fleeting but undeniable, enough to trigger collective paranoia. While they tried to decipher if it was a real threat, branches began to snap in different directions. They were not alone, and the worst part was that the night was just beginning.
We need to get the fuck out of here. We need to get out of here now, James. Be quiet. What is he doing? Boys, we need to get out of here now. We can't even fucking move. Whoa. Say it. Ring the police now. Ring the fucking police. I'm not even joking, boys. Bring the police. What is he doing, man? He's going to burn. How do we even get out of here?
The tension exploded. The mysterious silhouette began to toy with them, moving erratically in the blackness, playing on the edge of the invisible. Faced with the impossibility of knowing what or whom they were up against, panic defeated curiosity. The forest was no longer a mysterious backdrop, now it was a hunting zone. They had to abort the mission immediately.
Wait, I can't see. Go!
I can't see! Go!
Dude, fuck is that? Go! We're gonna ring the police.
Go!
Jake, ring the police!
Still coming!
Huh?
Still coming, I stopped and he's
No, fucking just go. Right, ring the police. Go.
The escape turned into an ordeal. With their breath catching, the certainty of having someone right on their heels intensified the chaos. The unfamiliar terrain and the darkness worked against them, making every false step feel like a trap. The way back seemed eternal, with the constant threat of an imminent attack lurking from the rear. Knowing that a second of hesitation could cost them their lives, they ran without looking back until they reached safety. That entity was no ordinary wanderer. Their cold, calculated movements and their determination to stay on the prowl suggested a chilling intention of control. Was it a dangerous hermit, someone hiding from the law, or something that human reason cannot explain? The question remains open. But think about it for a second. In such a remote corner of the world, with no signal and hours away from any help, what would have happened if that figure decided to attack? A single mistake in the dark, and this video would have had a very different ending.